Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 9. So we are officially a go. The Flash has commenced for its 9th and final season with a bit of an unorthodox season premiere from most people's perspectives. It just felt more like something you would get in like a 6th episode or something random like that outside of the setups towards the end of the season. And as you'd expect, there are many questions to be had from all those different setups. And that's what we are going over today with some answers from the man who would know something about it all. And that is, of course, the showrunner of The Flash himself, that being Eric Wallace. Now, this was originally going to be a bit of a mishmash of a few interviews, but Entertainment Weekly came along and did a really good interview with Eric Wallace that sort of covered all bases. So we're just going to go over that singular one and give our thoughts on it. But of course, throughout the video, be sure to know your various thoughts in the comment section down below about all these different things. And if you have any different, predictions or theories that I might, pose up, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. And if you are going to enjoy the video, want to show support, looking forward to what's coming in this final season of The Flash, why not drop a like on the video to do all that? So the first question, what's up with Danielle's new character who says she is neither Caitlin nor Frost? As Danielle's character says at the end, I'm not Frost and I'm not Caitlin. That is true. I just want to say that flat out. She is someone brand new. We're going to find out immediately who she is in episode 2. You'll find out her name, her origin, what happened inside that capsule, and how she came to be. What we are going to learn over the course of the season is, why is she here? Why now? There's a reason for this new hero to rise at this time, and it all ties into our series finale. I can say unequivocally that the Flash and his family would not survive the events of the finale without the arrival of Danielle Panabaker's new character. She's that integral to not just Team Flash, but maybe to the whole world. Now, this could be Eric Wallace easily presenting what the character is and how powerful. But I am interested to see that it's an important part of the storyline for the season, apparently based off what Eric Wallace is saying here, and not just like a personal thing, because I think by the end of it, surely Caitlin comes back. I don't know if they'd finish the show, come the finale and everything like that, and it's not Caitlin. I'd be very surprised if that's the case, because it's also important to remember that it wasn't Frost that went in there, it was Caitlin. So Caitlin went into the pod and this other person's come out, but it's still layered over Caitlin, if you want to call it. So Caitlin is Caitlin is the base character, and this new character that is there that Danielle Panabaker is playing is the new skin, if you want to put it. So I'm wondering if we peel off that layer come the end of the season and the series and Caitlin's there. So that's an interesting thing. In regards to who she is playing now, it could be like someone who's another Killer Frost in the comics, like Crystal Frost, Louise Lincoln, or something like that. It could even be like Kione or whatever it was, which is like the Greek goddess that Killer Frost was based off, that got her name from, I think it was. A couple of people did pose that theory. You might be able to see a photo of Kione or Kiono, however you pronounce it. And that's from the show. That was from season 5 or 6 or something like that. That could be what it is, but then again, the character wasn't giving those vibes, so I'd be surprised if that was the case, but it's still a possibility. So it's a wait and see. I guess the good thing is that we don't have to wait too long. We'll find out at the beginning of episode 2 or towards the beginning of it what's going on, who she is, and all that good stuff. Joe announced that he wants to leave Central City. Where did that twist come from, and what are we going to see from that moving forward? Its origins are very practical. We just don't have the actor all season long. Jesse's on a new show, and we only have him for a handful of episodes in season 9, so we had to just practically explain, where's Joe this week? Why is he gone for 4 episodes? It came from a very practical place. However, it led to a very emotional storyline for Joe and Cecile as they deal with what happens if Joe really does leave Central City. What does that mean for their relationship? They're about to go through some Sturm und Drang, and all that good stuff. I think I've pronounced that correctly, but I am happy to report nobody dies, nobody divorces, everybody's going to be fine. There will be a happy ending for them. It's just going to get a little intense in the middle of the season as they deal with not always being together in the same spot all the time. What it did give us was this incredibly funny surprise as a result of what Joe decides to do. In the first third of the season, it brings Cecile closer to another member of Team Flash in the funniest way possible. It's just really charming. So we knew there was going to be some sort of storyline to explain why Joe wasn't in the rest of the season. And this was the simple one that most people thought, that he would leave Central City for whatever reason it might be. Now, we know that he's in episode 2 and he's in episode 4. So that's 3 of the 5 episodes that apparently were confirmed. I have a feeling he's going to be more in 5 because we also know he's in episode 10. So that's 4 of the 5 that we know. So I think he's actually going to be in more. Not saying he's going to be in 10, but it was originally said he was going to be in 5. I think he might be in like 6 or 7 of the episodes, because you have to assume he'd also be in the series finale. So with 1, 2, 4, 10, and the finale, that's 5 already. And I think he's going to appear in maybe 1 or 2 more episodes than that. So yeah, it's a wait and see, but I don't really care too much about this storyline, to be completely honest, because I knew it was going to happen anyway. So if they write it in some interesting way, then I'm fine with that. Hopefully it's just not dragged on, because people know why Joe's leaving. It's just because the actor's not going to be there. Now that we know Batwoman star Javicia Leslie has joined the show for the final season, what can you reveal about who she's playing? And I think I already know the answer to this one, if that has anything to do with the red lightning bat symbol we see at the end of the premiere. Yes, it is fair to say that Javicia has something to do with that red lightning bolt. I don't think that's going to come as a surprise to anyone. The question is, how does it happen and why is she here? And also, who exactly is she playing? That's a mystery that doesn't get talked about in her initial appearances on the show. Also, how will it affect her relationship with Iris? One of the happy accidents that happened in Armageddon when we had Javicia over was the discovery of the incredible chemistry between Candice Patton and Javicia Leslie. After seeing that, I literally made a note. We've got to do more of this. This is gold. When Javicia comes onto the show, one of the most powerful emotional moments is when her character finally interacts with Iris, and it's going to be in a way that folks are not expecting. And it may show you a side of Javicia Leslie that you haven't seen before, because she just knocks it out of the park with performance. It's something that I think fans are just going to love. I don't know. Did Eric Wallace just confirm that Red Death is the Flashpoint Ryan Wilder? Did he just spoil it without spoiling it? Because these two characters haven't met at all. So unless we're just going to base it off a relationship we haven't seen on screen with like a different multiverse, did he just say that it is a future Batwoman, or it's the one from the... Please don't tell me he just spoiled that without realizing it. I think he just did. Oh, goodness me. I think he might have just done that. What? Hopefully that's not the case, or am I just overthinking it? But what is he talking about then? I think he's just spoiled it without spoiling it. So I'm going to assume now that Red Death is just reverse Flashpoint Batwoman based off what's being said here. I have no idea now. I think I might be overthinking it, but I have a feeling he just spoiled it. I mean, we knew Javicia Leslie was playing Red Death. Set photo spoiled that. And even technically, really, the article that announced her coming in sort of spoiled it as well. But did this just spoil exactly what's going on with her? Oh, I hope that's not the case. That'd be very annoying. But I don't know why, because this is the big issue with them bringing in Batwoman, like this new Batwoman, is that there's no prior relationship. So they're, you can tell by this, Eric Wallace is basing it off like the 2 scenes from Armageddon. And I wouldn't say there was incredible chemistry. They just were talking. Like there was 2 scenes between them together. So he must be talking about off screen, and we don't get that. So we don't know what's going on there. So I'm assuming he means off screen chemistry, like their friendship and stuff like that, which you only get like a minimal eye in. So I have a feeling he spoiled it, but maybe I'm overlooking it. But if you agree with me, where maybe you think he spoiled it and that he's confirmed it, that it is reverse Flashpoint Batwoman that's messed up, let me know, because that's what I'm getting from this answer. Very odd. Anyway, let's move on from that headache. The stinger scene in last season's finale seemed to tease the arrival of Cobalt Blue. Any intel you can reveal about that now? You can't see me winking, right? There are no details I can give you about whether or not Cobalt Blue might appear, I guess, on this show. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I can neither confirm nor deny anything. I can say this, however, be aware of the blue crystal, especially in the series finale. So he's saying it's Cobalt Blue, which, I mean, I think everyone knew it was Cobalt Blue, though there was a slither of doubt because it wasn't confirmed. But obviously, if you say Cobalt Blue, you sort of confirm a certain actor playing a certain role or whatever it might be, or a general storyline that comes out about it. So, I mean, we knew it was Cobalt Blue. I mean, there was some more stuff from set which might have even confirmed this more. I did not go over it in a video. I did go over it in I think a YouTube stream or a Twitch stream. It was one of the live streams. We talked about it quite a lot. I think it was Twitch. And we talked about it quite a lot. But I wasn't going to do a video because I know that people don't like that because it appears in recommended and then it can spoil and stuff like that. So I left it off YouTube. Left it off a YouTube video. So yeah, it seems like he's confirming Cobalt Blue. EW recently announced Matt Letcher's return for the final season, and though we saw Reverse Flash die in last season's finale, is he going to be playing that same character again? Every time Matt has been on the show, he's only played, no matter what version of it, one unforgettable character, and that is the Reverse Flash. I don't see that changing this season. However, the question is, how can he be alive when we all saw him die? And if he is still alive, what does that mean for Barry Allen? And that goes back to tying up loose ends from season 1. That's all I'll reveal, but get ready for some sparks between Grant Gustin and Matt Letcher that will blow your mind. So this is the thing that gets you probably the most excited from what I've read so far, because he's confirming pretty much that he's playing Eobard Thawne Reverse Flash, which I know you might be like, Pagey, you're an idiot. Everyone knew that. But there was a slither of doubt because he didn't mention the character, or the character wasn't mentioned in the press release. While with Jessica Parker Kennedy, they said that she's playing Nora in Excess, but with Matt Letcher and Rick Cosnett, they didn't mention that they're playing specific characters. So this is good. We know he's only back for one episode based off the press release, because it just mentioned that he's back for I think it's like exciting but bittersweet episode. I think that was the actual quote. But I'm excited to see what it is, how it connects back to season 1, and also I guess how it explains that he's alive and everything like that. And I think they're actually going to explain the whole full circle stuff with Reverse Flash and how Barry can pretty much never get rid of him. Whether it's the Matt Letcher looking version, the Tom Cavanaugh looking version, just how that keeps rotating and how he never goes away. I think that's the story they're going to tell. And I think that's where Rick Cosnett, whoever he's playing, plays into it. And that's exactly what the next question and the second last question of the entire interview is about. EW also announced Rick Cosnett's coming back as well. How is he able to return again for the final season? Actually, this has always been the plan. We tried to get him more last year, and due to availability issues and all that stuff, we could only get him into 2 episodes. But I always felt that if we were going to bookend the show, I'm pretending that season 9 and 1 of bookends to the Flash story. I mean, Flash might be happily married, but Iris is engaged to another dude. And even if he's dead, might there still be some ghostly baggage to deal with that? I think so. And when better to deal with that than in season 9, and to do it in a very fun but also unexpected way. So look for that in his return. So interesting. We knew last season that they said that Rick Cosnett was going to be in like 3 or 4 more episodes following that Nora and Bart time travel episode. So that episode plus like another 3 episodes. He only appeared in 1 more. And this obviously explains why. They planned for that, but then something came up and he wasn't able to do it. So that explains it now, at least based off what Eric Wallace is saying here. They weren't lying when they announced it, but they preemptively said it before they fully booked him for all that stuff. And then stuff got in the way later into the season. So there's an eye-opening moment for, what we were thinking about last season in regards to that Rick Cosnett not showing up again. But in regards to, the baggage and everything like that, I'm very curious to see how this plays out. We know it's like episode 10, 11, maybe 12, maybe 13 as well. So I think people are very excited to see how this all plays out. I think they're on episode 12 right now as this video would be coming out. So, not too long to go until the show's over, but I don't know if Rick's still filming at the moment. But we know he's in episode 10 and 11. So, yeah. And they don't say that he's specifically playing Eddie Thawne. They don't even say Eddie in this quote. It just says, engaged to another dude. Don't even say Eddie. So that might mean that he's playing someone else as well. We'll wait and see. And the last question is an Iris-related question. It says, Iris expands her media empire on her own terms in this episode. How does that impact her season-long arc? It's a almost full circle journey for myself as a writer. I was the writer of the episode in which Iris got her speed powers way back in season 4. Don't remind people that, Eric Wallace. Don't remind people. Anyway, that's the episode where deliberately we had Iris reject superpowers in favor of journalism, and that's where she restarts her blog. I look at what happens in season 9 as the end of the journey that was rebooted with that episode. Now, on the other end of it, we learn about her future winning 2 Pulitzer Prizes. We know it's coming, so let's show it how it actually happens to pay off her full turn as becoming the preeminent journalist in the Arrowverse. No offense, Lois Lane. Oh, goodness me. Shots fired. By the way, that was one of my bucket list things that I did not get to accomplish with only 13 episodes. I just wanted to get Lois Lane and Iris in the same room again, and I didn't get it. That's one of the regrets I think I'll have, but that's life. I think the Iris journalism thing is something that Eric Wallace did a really good job revitalizing. I just think it was, once again, very much like the first, 5 seasons roughly with Iris as a character, maybe outside of season 1. Yeah, actually, season 1 did it pretty well. So outside of season 1, season 2, 3, 4, 5, and struggled with it, Eric Wallace gave it the defibrillator it needed, the shock it needed to wake up again. But it still was inconsistent. I think maybe just the growth of the media corporation, because it skipped over, was a bit unbelievable to someone or to some people. I actually wanted that, so it sort of went the way I thought it should have gone. with them just sort of skipping over that development, just putting Iris in the position they wanted her in because they weren't very good at writing it and getting it up to that stage. So they've got Iris to where she is. We know that like the map book that Barry has so that she wins the Pulitzer Prizes. You'd rather see her earn them like through the show, but it's in the future. They say that we're going to like, I guess, get a somewhat road to that. But I don't know how much time there would be for that. Maybe it's like at the end, there's some sort of like future montage thing where we see Iris doing that. Or we saw that the Pulitzer Prize that she wins is like Nightmare Under Red Skies, I think it was. Something like that. So I'm assuming it's Red Death related. Or maybe it's something for like, it's almost like the Crisis thing. I'm not too sure exactly what it's going to be. So it's either Red Death related or end of the season related. And that's the thing she writes up. So maybe that's what we know that's what she wins the Pulitzer Prize for. But I'm assuming that's what she's writing about, either Red Death or whatever's happening in the series finale. And we'll probably see Iris like start writing that, what do you call it? That piece, that article. So I'd assume that's what we're going to get, but that's a wait and see. But I know I think people might get triggered by those shots at Lois Lane. So watch your back, Eric Wallace. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it, show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts on all the stuff we went over. Any theories, predictions, all that stuff, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I will catch you guys later. Goodbye.